So if you're new here, I'm Chelsea,
And I'm Julie.
and we're both moms, and we're super basic. I was letting that.
You've been waiting for that.
Yes, we're waiting for that. So we've got our drinks, and we are ready to chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
So if you're watching live, um, tell us what you're sipping on as you're listening, whether it's wine, a fancy cocktail like what Julie's got, tea, water, hot cocoa, pumpkin spice latte. Let us know. And we'll start with telling you what we are drinking this evening.
Yeah.
So, what
So
do you got?
drinking the same thing as last week because I still had all the stuff to make it. So
Yeah.
so
Um,
it's a blueberry thyme gin cocktail. It's still just as good as last week.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that gin cocktail so much that you made another one. I'm also drinking the same thing as last week, the Boda Box Sauvignon Blanc, because I had nothing left to drink. It was like the only thing in the house that I actually like. Um, but I did want to tell you about another thyme drink that I tried this past weekend. And I have it here. It's called Two Chicks. And it's like a vodka soda, but it has white peach, cucumber, and thyme. It was so tasty. And the can is really pretty.
The can is pretty. That's what I noticed first.
Yeah.
And I love a cocktail with thyme in it. Big
Hmm.
fan of that. So you liked it? You'd recommend?
Yes. Yes. It was really light, not super bubbly. So I was a huge fan.
Nice. So I have a drink related question for you that just
Okay.
dawned on me. Do you normally drink on weeknights or would you typically have like tea right now?
No, I really don't drink anything on weeknights except like water.
Okay.
I only drink on Thursdays because of this.
Gotcha. Same, same. But it made
Yeah.
me think that when you said that, let us know what you're drinking right now. And I was like, oh, like if I were watching, I'd probably just have like chai tea or something.
Yeah. Mary Cruz said she's new to the group and she's having wine. She's having some yellowtail Pinot.
Oh, hi.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're looking for drink recommendations, that's one thing I will say that we're pretty good at. So go back to mom chats from weeks prior, and we've been sharing a lot of good drinks.
Yeah, but most weeks I just drink wine.
Yeah, it's easy.
You've been sharing good drinks.
True.
Yeah.
I've been better at it. Okay, next up.
Oh, wait, but so I'm gonna be okay. So Mike's going to New Hampshire tomorrow for work, and right on the border between New Hampshire and Vermont, there's a big like liquor outlet. So I
Mhm.
gave him a whole list so that I can try new drinks.
Okay, we'll
So
add
he's
two
gonna get
chicks to
some
it.
rum, tequila. I'm gonna be making lots of new drinks.
Okay. Are you getting like pre-made stuff, like canned stuff? Like, would he get two chicks, or is it just like
Oh
you're
no,
getting
because
alcohol?
we could probably get that closer to here. It's just
Okay.
New Hampshire has tax-free shopping. So he can get like all the hard alcohols real cheap and
I
no
did
tax.
not know that.
Yeah.
It's like Delaware.
Yeah,
Delaware
yeah, it's
tax
like
free.
Delaware.
Um, okay, nice. Load up for winter.
So next week I'll have something fancy.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay.
All right. So how are you doing? What's your quarantine status? Be sure to drop a comment of, what you're doing, how you're getting through this. Keep us posted. Um, and Julie, what is going on this week with homeschooling?
Well, so this week I gave them off from school because we had a boatload of family in town. They came in town Friday and they left yesterday. So I just gave them this whole week off and It was really nice having people visit because I feel like we haven't done much of anything, and we were all like very safe about it. They were, we're not like a red area and they didn't come from a red area, and uh we wore masks and did outside things, but it was still fun to be around like different people and get outside and all that stuff, and do like the tourist stuff, like go places that we don't typically go ourselves because we live here.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're not used to having like visitors, like family visitors too
No,
frequently.
yeah, we really, I mean, my parents and Mike's parents come a few times a year. And then other than that, it's like maybe like once a year we get like a group of people or like a family that comes to
Mhm.
see us.
Okay. Anything else going on?
No. um, yeah, no, just being a tourist all week. Tomorrow, we did have plans with another homeschool family. Well, we have plans with them. Abby's watching still, I think.
Yeah.
But we're up in the air if we're going to be able to get out and do like a hike, or if we're going to have to stay inside and do a craft or a science project, because it's like the weather app says like rain every hour of the day, but
Mhm.
it's like a 40% chance of rain. So it's like,
Mhm.
how do you plan a day around that?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, it said it was supposed to rain like all week here, and I think it rained like half of one day. So
Oh, that's the worst.
we have a few new people watching now. We have Kayla, Heather. Hey, Heather. Heather's
Hi,
one of our
Heather. Hi, Kayla.
contributors.
Kayla, if you're
Um,
still here, how's Oklahoma? She just moved to Oklahoma.
oh,
Yeah,
um, I don't think I'll ever leave New Jersey.
you should. It's awful.
It's not.
I mean, there's a lot of traffic.
Oh, traffic, yeah, but that depends on where you live.
Kayla, is there a lot less traffic outside of New Jersey?
Kayla said she's avoiding her schoolwork and she's watching us.
Yeah, we're more fun than schoolwork, for sure.
And Claire's watching with us now too.
Hey,
Awesome. Hey,
Claire.
Claire. Okay, so this week for me, I know every week I come on and I'm like, next week's gonna slow down. And it's still not happening. And now it's October. I'm like, how is it October already? Um, but with October comes fall decor. And I know you are not a fall decor person, but I'm obsessed with decorating for Halloween and fall. Um, so tonight we went out and I got my haystack and I got my pumpkins. And I'll talk later about what I bought at Target to put on our front porch. But I took the boys with me to get some pumpkins today. So Jackson was loving it. He like picked out 8 different pumpkins. I was like, all right, that's enough. Um, so
Are they
if
real
you
pumpkins or like pumpkin decorations?
no, like we got like 2
Okay.
big ones, and then a bunch of like smaller ones and like, some specialty ones that you don't really carve, but we'll probably carve the bigger ones as we get closer to Halloween. Um, oh, Kayla misses Target. Oh,
Me
online. Order
too.
online.
Our closest Target is an hour and a half away. I haven't adjusted. It's hard.
Oh my goodness. Um, so if you guys are fall decor lovers, give us a heart or a like in the comments so I feel supported because Julie
You
hates
know,
everything fall and Julie hates decorating.
I know I saw a meme
So
that said,
give us the love.
oh, something about apple picking. Like, I can't wait to spend $36 to get $5 worth of apples and like sweat my ass off while I do it.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet, but I do have plans for that in the coming weeks. So,
Okay.
we also hosted Jackson's 4th birthday party this past weekend. It was an outside party and there was 13 children here running around. It's kind of crazy. But that's all done, and we had a blast. And Spider-Man theme. So he has about every Spider-Man toy I can imagine now. So I've got to get rid of some stuff since I've got so much coming in. And last, but certainly not least, my basic sweatshirt came in that I talked about. I think it was a week or two ago that I had purchased. So I'll link it up for you guys, but it's like a burnout sweatshirt. It's cream. It's perfect length for leggings because it covers your bum, and it's really thin and soft. And if you are super basic like me, then you need it.
So I meant to ask last time when I saw it written, what does burnout mean? Does that just mean it's
So
thin?
it's like, yeah, it's like thin and like you can, maybe you can tell in the image here. It's like cream, but in certain areas it's like lighter and it's thinner in certain, like in normal areas where it would naturally wear, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's just like a thinner, good like fall sweatshirt. Cause sometimes you want to wear sweatshirts in the fall, but then it gets so hot throughout the day. Like it'd be a good one to wear throughout the day and not get too hot.
Awesome. And remind us where that was from.
Abby said that, no, go ahead, what?
I said, remind us where that was from.
Oh, the B brand.
B brand.
So we'll link it up for you guys if you want to check it out. Abby said that she can help you decorate for fall, which I am totally in support of. And Kayla said that she's pumpkin picking 2 hours away this weekend, and she's also going to be sweating her ass off.
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you have to get further into October, but there's like randomly hot days, so you can't really predict whether you're going to be cold or hot.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're all about this. There's so much drama. So we're getting into celeb news now. If you have celeb news you want us to chat about, drop it in the comments. But Julie has pretty much everything covered that I can think of this week.
Well, this one, I feel like there wasn't even enough space to like cover all of this. So Demi Lovato and this Max Eric, I guess is how you say it. I kept thinking it was like Ehrlich or something, but there's definitely no L in it. They only dated for like 2 months before they got engaged. And then they got engaged and in July. And now what are we, like 3 months later, and they broke it off. And he went wild on Instagram. So the rumors are that they broke it off because he's sort of like a clout chaser. They were saying that he was posting like all of this stuff about all different like pop stars for like years. Like, oh, I love Selena Gomez. She's the best. I'm going to marry her one day. Did the same thing with like Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus. And of course, he had done it with Demi Lovato. But at first, everyone thought it was like adorable. Like, look at his old tweets about Demi Lovato, and now they're engaged. But then when you find out that he's done it about everyone,
it's kind of odd.
Like, yeah. And then there's just like all this stuff keeps coming out from like anonymous sources that's like super problematic about him. Just from like him just like completely changing his whole persona and life to like fit into, you know, what you might expect that Demi would want. This one picture that I have here, like the one that's like a group of 3, now people are saying that this was like intentional.
When he was on live?
Yeah, their news of their breakup, or not breakup, their news of them being together was he was on live and she accidentally like walked in. But like, look at that face. Does that look accidental?
No, he's like, hey, oh my God, I didn't even realize you'd be here.
Yeah, and then he was posting like super erratically in his Instagram stories about the breakup, saying that he found out on the internet. Then he was posting that he still loves her. Then he was posting like all these pictures of her music. It's just like so all over the place. It does, like, it's hard to be like, what is going on with this guy and like criticizing him, because it does seem like he is going through something. But
yeah, What do you guys think? Are you following Max and Demi? What do you think is going on? Originally, I thought it was all like attention seeking, but then our one friend Heather was like, I don't know. Like, I thought the same thing, but now I'm thinking that he's like got some type of like mental health issues.
Yeah, I'm not sure, maybe.
But
But the thing, and I feel like this always happens with like Miley too. Like Demi dropped a breakup song like 2 days later. Like, how did they record and release a song that quickly?
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess
So
they
it
have
makes me
recording studios in
wonder
their
a
homes.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next. So many more pregnancies announced this week. It's like everyone
Mhm.
everywhere is getting pregnant.
Quarantine
Quarantine
babies.
babies all over the place. So, Chelsea, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I am. What happened to my picture?
Where are you at? Hold on.
I just realized that I disappeared.
Okay. Do I have to put you back in?
I don't know.
Show in
You can
stream.
still hear me though? That's weird. Oh wait, here I am. I'm
Okay.
here. I don't know what just
So weird.
happened. You're like, you still there? And I was like, oh, I disappeared. I'm not on screen anymore.
I saw like a
Sorry.
weird pop up, and then I was like, oh, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so new pregnancy announcements. Mandy Moore, who I guess I forget that she doesn't have kids, and I just assume that she's everyone's mother from This Is Us. But so she's expecting a baby. I just put with her husband because I have no idea who her husband is.
I think he's like a producer of some sort.
Is
I
it
don't
like
know.
music or
Not positive.
no? Then
In the
Princess
industry.
Eugenie, and also have no clue who her husband is. They're expecting.
Okay.
And Rose Leslie and Kit Harrington are expecting. And I'm just, I think that's probably going to be the world's most gorgeous baby because Jon
Yeah.
Snow can do no wrong.
I am excited about Jon Snow's baby. Also, I am going to a Mandy Moore concert in June. If I know.
What?
Um,
Does she still sing?
I didn't know this. Okay, so my sister-in-law is going and taking her niece, and she was like, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, sure, why not?" It's at like the Borgata, Atlantic City, so we have good experiences going there for concerts. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. And then she announced her pregnancy news. So my sister-in-law's niece is like, oh my God, I hope the concert's still happening. Like, I'm so excited for her, but I hope it's still happening. But apparently she like sings Mandy Moore's gonna be huge in June. Yeah, I don't know what her due date is, but I'm like, does that mean the concert's canceled? Like, I would think you wouldn't have a tour scheduled if you were pregnant, right?
Well, what if it was scheduled before?
I would, yeah, I would think that
I
they
know,
would
I'm like
like,
trying to do the math right now. If they announced it, she's probably at least 3 months pregnant, at least, right?
Mhm. Yeah. So she would be like, what, 2 months postpartum or something, maybe at the
Maybe.
most.
Yeah. I don't think I could perform a concert 2 months postpartum. I couldn't shower and like brush my hair 2 months postpartum.
Yeah. So I'm either going to be seeing Mandy Moore giant pregnant or newly postpartum. And in that instance, I feel bad making her perform if she's like 2 months
Could you
postpartum.
imagine like the dancing?
You know, she's gonna be like no, she's gonna have the baby sway.
So wait, I feel like I missed some. If anyone knows any other celebrity couples that announced pregnancies in the past week, comment, because I like when I was looking, I was like, I really feel like I'm missing someone or some couple that we talked about, and now I can't remember it.
Kayla's right. She is gonna have a giant pad on and be dancing.
Could you imagine like the hospital undies in like her
Yeah. Oh my
performance
God. I feel
wardrobe?
bad. I feel like I should return my ticket. No, like I'll just like let her keep the money and I just won't go.
Okay. So, Kristin Cavallari did an interview where she finally talked about her and Jay Cutler's split. And it was apparently shocking news that they didn't get along. It's like, what?
Wait, so I didn't get a chance to read it, but so what do you mean didn't get along?
Well, she just wrote like she didn't talk about their exact issues, but she said that she was always surprised when people would write like hashtag couples goals and stuff about them, which to be honest, like I loved their dynamic, but I
Mhm.
would never have called it couples goals. Like I loved to
No.
watch it on reality TV.
Yeah.
It's not any sort of relationship I would want or be happy in. Um, so I was also surprised that people wrote couples goals about them because not my goals. But
Yeah.
she said that there were a lot of problems behind the scenes and they kept it off of the show because she didn't want her kids to ever watch that, which
Mhm.
makes sense. But it's kind of
Sure.
just another reminder that like you're not getting reality on reality TV. You're getting like a very carefully curated storyline that they're willing to
You're
show.
not getting reality anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I say this all the time about Facebook feeds and Instagram posts of, and if you feel me on this, like let us know because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that like sees this. When people that are constantly posting like, oh my God, I love my husband, hashtag blessed. And like, meanwhile, you just had a discussion with them like a day ago about how much they hate their husband and like they hate everyone and everything.
Oh, you know my feelings on hashtags.
I know. So I'm like, ugh, like that, like you said, curated feeds,
Mhm.
right?
Now, she did say that there were certain things that she thought the producers were going to put in that she
Mhm.
was happy that they didn't. So that piqued my interest a little bit. Like what
Yeah.
I'm always curious about their contracts on these shows, like what they can say
Mhm.
they want out, what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
The editing is very intentional.
yeah,
And yeah, I wonder what was left out.
yeah. All right. So what do you think? You think they're ever getting back together?
No, no, I don't think so.
No, I thought from like the first episode of the show that they hated each other. So
I didn't think they hated each other. I just thought they were very different. And not to say that you have to be the same person as your husband or have the same personality, but I thought that their lifestyles seemed very different. And I think we've talked about this before, um, because I just feel like he was like in a different place than she was, having like retired from his career and trying to like settle down. I felt like she was going up and he was going down. Um,
yeah, there was like a meme from the very first season, like one of the very first episodes too, where they were out to dinner and she was like so excited talking about her career and then being like,
mhm.
well, what are you going to do next? And he's like, right now I'm just trying to do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. And I was like, same Jay Cutler.
uh, Mary Cruz said you could tell they had issues. He was at home trying to be a farmer. That's right. And she was never home. I wasn't shocked when they said they broke up. Same.
Yeah. I agree. I do like following him on Instagram though because I don't know, I like his dry sense of
Mhm.
humor.
Is he back on Instagram? Wasn't he off for a while?
Yeah, he's back on because that's right after she posted that picture with Steven, he like went silent for a while.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is just absolutely heartbreaking. Like
Oh my God.
I'm having such a hard time processing this. And then I saw a post from someone that said like the reason everyone's like collectively grieving this with them is because Chrissy shares so much of
Hmm.
her life and she's so open about it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, after the whole roller coaster of them getting pregnant without needing IVF when they needed IVF with the first two.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's so sad. I know that we follow this one sort of like celebrity watcher account that was like all night, like Chrissy hasn't posted in like 15 hours. I hope everything's okay. And
Yeah.
then I woke up this morning and saw this and I was just like, ugh, like you just hope and hope that it's going to be okay. And
I know. When I was reading her post about it, and then she said like it just wasn't enough, and like I was like, oh my god, like I was hoping that that he didn't die, and it was something that like that could be worked through, or just he would need like to be in NICU or something. I was like, oh, that's so awful because I know she was having such a hard time this pregnancy, and bed rest and everything, and um yeah, like when I saw this morning, I was like close to tears, and I was like, I don't even know her, but this is just so hard. But to see any mom go through something like that is really hard and difficult, especially as a mom.
yeah,
But that's so sad, and I really hope she has a lot of good support systems in place to get through this, because I imagine it's not going to be easy.
I know. And I just hope like the internet can go easy on her for a while because she
Mhm.
does get like a lot of internet hate and like
Mhm.
now's not the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to do it so publicly, I'm sure.
I know. I know. It's like sad that they even have to post something to explain everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then there's Carol Baskins.
Then, switching gears into Dancing with the Stars. So if you are watching Dancing with the Stars, drop us a comment of who you loved this week. Claire, if you're still watching, I know you're watching Dancing with the Stars too. Um, Bye bye, Carol Baskin. Finally, they scored her accurately. And when it was down to her and Anne Hesh, I don't know how to say her
Oh,
last
yeah.
name. Yeah, remember her, that
Yeah.
actress? Carol Baskin was eliminated. Thank freaking God. She was just the worst. The worst.
I mean,
I
like,
just
how
don't have
many like
time for her.
lion, tiger themed things could they have done? Like, I think
I
they could
know.
have done
Maybe that's why they eliminated her, because she had reached her tiger quota. But this was so it was Disney week on Dancing with the Stars. So they all did like Disney songs and paid tribute to certain Disney movies. So she of course did The Lion King, and her dance is seriously like step to the left, step to the right, step to the left. Like that was it. Um Oh, Claire said she
that. Oh
didn't
no.
watch it. Okay. Sorry. Spoilers.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, it's already on TV. Um, but my favorite person or contestant, and that I want to see get far in this competition, is oh my God, his name just completely escaped my mind. Oh my God, he's the football player, Super Bowl guy. Claire, help me out. Why can't I think of his name? I like Neb Schulman, who's from Catfish on MTV. He's
Oh, is
really
he
good.
good?
Yeah, he's really good, actually. He did Pirates of the Caribbean this week, and it was so good.
Oh wow.
And my favorite football player guy, I'm going to have to look it up now, who did Be Our Guest. And it was so funny. When he found out he was doing Beauty of the Beast, he was like, yes, I get to be the Beast on the show. And she's like, actually, you're going to be the candlestick. So I love that.
How'd our girl Chriselle do?
Chriselle did good. She's making progress. Um, she did Cinderella, I think it was.
Oh, that
Um,
makes
so
sense
I
for
mean,
her.
what?
That makes sense for her and her
Yeah,
storyline.
she was fine. It wasn't anything crazy, but where is it? Hold on. Sorry. 1 second. I don't have his name.
What about AJ from Backstreet Boys? How's he doing?
He's doing really good too. He's like high up there. Vernon Davis. That's okay. Sorry, his name was totally escaping me. He's a football player or retired football player. Yes, someone said Vernon Davis. Thank you, Claire. So he was really good, and I think he's just going to get so much better. He has an awesome partner. He has PETA as his partner. So I'm excited to see how well this goes. But thank God Carol Baskin is gone.
Bye, Carol.
And Tyra Banks is still awful.
Okay, so on the blog this week, we had an excellent post by Heather. It's called It's Okay to Not Be Okay. And it's just really helpful to know that you're not alone if you're not okay in these crazy, weird times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed. I feel like this one was really relatable with everything that's going on, and like just talk to your people, and just don't hold that stuff in. So big fan of this one too, and really, relevant to moms in general. But sorry, Heather said, back to Dancing with the Stars, that she has not watched the season, but she's voting for AJ. But Heather, don't you think it's not fair that he has prior dance experience and he's like on the show and doing well? Like, don't you think that's not fair? And Mary Cruz said, why can't guys get what we're going through?
Yeah,
yes,
that's so true.
Because the pressure is not placed on them the same way it's placed on us.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's how I feel. Mm-hmm. All right, TV shows. I started The Duchess that you had recommended. I do love it, and I love her sense of humor. She's pretty crude. If you're looking for a show and you have kids around, don't watch this.
Well, no,
but not. Oh my gosh. But I like it. I don't think it's like so crude that I'm like, oh my God, I can't watch this, But I'm excited to see where it goes. I feel like I'm like 5 episodes in, maybe.
Oh, you're practically done. There's only
4 or
6,
5.
I think.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm only 4 in. I know I've got, no, I don't know. I'll see. I'll let you know later. Okay. I'll watch it after this. But I like it so far.
And I know you were saying in our group text that you love her headbands and her clothes.
Yes, I love all of her clothes. I don't feel like I would actually be able to wear them because, like, I would love to wear them, but I feel like if I tried to wear them, people would be like, pipe down. What are you doing? Who do you think you are? But I mean, she wears them in a normal, like walking her kid to school wearing like these crazy outfits.
Yeah. It's a bit over the top.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you're watching a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so I finished Little Fires Everywhere, and now I know all the info about what's different from the book to the movie.
Okay, so what did you think about the ending? Where are you at with it?
Okay, so Mike didn't watch most of the show with me, but then he watched the last episode, and we both thought the end was kind of weird. Like, we couldn't really see any teenagers like actually doing that, where they like poured the gasoline on their beds and lit their house on fire.
Yeah.
At least not like a group doing it together and like all lighting their matches together. Maybe like if one did it, that would have made more sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked the show in a whole. I know that someone in our group text had said that they thought that it ended the way it did so that there could be a second season, but I don't think there will be. It says that it's a mini series, right? And a mini series doesn't get multiple seasons.
I think originally there was discussion of a second season. I don't know if I think they left it open like that just in case.
Okay. So
Because
what was different?
um it's so long ago. So now that you're actually asking me, I'm like, specifically? Well, so the ending is different because Pearl and Mia, right? Mia, Pearl
Yeah.
and Mia, yeah, they just like take off and leave. And the person that burns down the house is the oldest daughter. Is it Jessica? Is that her name? Jessica?
Um, Lexi on the show. Did they
Is it
change the
Lexi?
name?
No. I think
Nope.
I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, the oldest daughter is the one that burns everything
Oh,
in, because isn't it, wait, hold on. In the show, isn't it the youngest daughter?
well, the youngest daughter starts to, and then the two boys and the oldest daughter see her and take it from her, but then they all get mad at their mom, and then each of them go and pour the what is it, gasoline on their beds,
Yeah.
and they each light a match.
Wait, maybe I'm not remembering this right. I think it's, it's so bad at this.
He did start it.
Wait, okay. It was the opposite. Like whoever started it on the show, it was like the opposite on the book.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to get back to you on this because now I can't remember. But I remember it being so different that I was like, because I read the book and then watched the show like right after.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Um,
very clear in my mind when I watched it.
Now, someone in our group text said that the show made Mia not likable, but I didn't dislike Mia. I just thought she was like guarded.
Yes, but in the book, she was not like, she wasn't that like rude in the book, or she didn't come off that guarded or like rude towards Reese Witherspoon's character. Like they didn't like get along, but it was, I don't know, just the way it was portrayed in the show seemed really different than the book.
Okay. Um, and then I started Pen 15 last night. I don't know how into it I am. I'm also a little confused about the year they're saying it is because they're saying it's 2000, but I 100% had the exact shirt Anna wore on the first day of school when I was in seventh grade, and that would have been like 1996 to 1997. So I think they're off a couple of years. But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's kind of weird and hard to get into the fact that there's like 35-year-olds playing 13-year-olds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Have you watched this?
No, I don't think I'm going to either. I didn't like check it out, but I just don't watch as much TV as you do.
I don't think anyone does.
So like I feel like I watch like one show every like 3 weeks.
Okay, so I also started it's called A Wilderness of Error, and it's a true crime docu-series, and there are 5 episodes. It's on FX, but it's on Hulu the next day. So they released 3 episodes last Friday on FX, and they'll release 2 more this Friday on FX. So it'll be on Hulu by Saturday, the last 2 episodes. This is really good and really interesting. It's like a murder case where this guy, he was like a surgeon, and he was convicted of murdering his wife and 2 daughters, and his wife was pregnant. And but he said that it was intruders that did it. They were hippies, and they wrote like pig and blood on his headboard, and it was just a couple months after the Sharon Tate murder. So they were like, he tried to say it was like a copycat. At first they didn't like actually move forward with charges, and then 9 years later they tried him for murder, found him guilty. Then like a TV movie was written about him, and every time he was up for appeal, they would show the TV movie, and this guy wrote this book and kind of like railroaded him, told him the whole time that he thought he was innocent and was going to help get him off, and then released the book, and he was guilty, said that he was guilty. But so all of this stuff makes it seem like he's super duper guilty. But then there's people that confess to the murder and know like things about the crime scene and like details about it. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. So I'm waiting for the last two episodes to make a definitive decision in my head of what I think happened. Right now, I think he did it, but we won't know for sure. I don't know. You know, I love true crime, and
Yeah.
I heard about this on a podcast, and it had a
Okay.
companion podcast. So I listened to all 6 episodes of the podcast before this came out. I could talk about this for like 3 hours. I could write a dissertation.
Oh my gosh.
There's just so much info.
So if you like true crime docs, then this is for you.
Absolutely. If you're down for some true crime, watch this.
Okay. We have Claire's rewatching Parks and Rec, one of my faves, and Mary Cruz is watching Shameless.
Oh, what was that?
And Mary Cruz is watching Shameless.
I could never get into Shameless. And people that say it's hysterical, it's kind of like Bridesmaids. People would be like, oh, Bridesmaids is so funny. And I'd be like, this is so upsetting.
Wait, you didn't think
Bridesmaids was Shameless. I think it's so upsetting.
You didn't think Bridesmaids was funny?
No, I cried. There was the part I actually cried during Bridesmaids.
Okay. I don't think I ever knew that. Okay, what else we got?
Okay, next up. Oh, yeah. So we haven't done this one in a really long time, but I had actual funny things Luke said this week. So Luke had his first meeting or class about First Communion. And before we left, he was like throwing a fit that he didn't want to go, and we couldn't figure out why. And so I like finally got him like calm down and talked to him. And he's like, I don't want to eat a piece of the baby Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
So I thought that was really funny. And then after I picked him up, this was like the most hysterical thing. I picked him up and I asked him how it went, and he goes, it was good, real organized. And I like could not stop laughing about it because I feel like only my son would like come home from an event and comment on the organizational level of the event.
Yeah, that's like a real adult thing to say.
Oh, it was so funny. And the way he said it was like he was really thinking. It was good. Real organized. Like, who are you, kid?
Is that your takeaway?
That's your takeaway. It was organized. Okay. He's listening to me way too much. Oh my gosh, we both picked memes from the Basic Bitch Life.
Okay, so fire memes. So my meme was, my meme was, please hesitate to reach out to me. And I loved this one because I feel like with all the emails that are being sent out through work, since that's the only method of communication, I like really identified with this one.
Okay, my favorite meme of the week was right now is weird because it's the apocalypse, but you can get Starbucks. What did you buy online this week?
Okay, so getting back to my fall decor, or I guess wrapping it up with my fall decor, I purchased 2 things from Target. I'm going to, be a Pinterest person and do like the rug underneath the doormat kind of thing. So I linked them both up from Target. It's the black and white buffalo check rug and the Hello Gorgeous Matte.
I have not heard of doing that. Is that a thing people do?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
I
like
didn't have
layer them. So
anything
you
on
put like
those.
the rug underneath and the mat on top.
Yeah, I hadn't known. I didn't know people did that. I've never seen that.
Loser.
Okay. I
Look
think
on
that
Pinterest. You'll see it.
all right.
Okay. Yeah. That's it for this week. I think we're going to be looking for a new streaming service for our Facebook Lives. But thanks for joining us. You can check out tomorrow's blog post and find all the details on what we were talking about linked up. And check back next week, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much. Bye.